and Irene, my early birds. Love that you guys are here. You, I'm frozen. There we go. We are going to continue with 49 in Market today. There's so many. I'm frozen again. There's so many pieces. Just feel like we hard touched on it last time, so we're gonna frozen again. I'm gonna use the big paper pack, and we're going to use the. I'm going to use just some plain cardstock too. So that should be fun. That should be lots of fun. We have all the beautiful things to use today. We're going to try some of these window frames too. I love frames and make the window looking out on the ocean. And when we get closer to Christmas, we'll use the window frames to look in at the Christmas tree. So it's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. In the classroom today, she already told me she won't come and stand behind me. So, yeah, Bryce's sister from Tri-Cities. So,
hello, everybody.
In. Cool. Even though it's long sleeved, it's nice and cool on these hot days. We've been in the 90s, and it's been pretty warm around here, although I don't experience much of that. I sit in the air conditioning. I don't know what's happening with our internet today. I'm just thank you, Irene. I appreciate that. My hair is what it is right now. I mean, I can comb it back, but other than that, it's so dang curly that you can't tell so much from the front, because the front kind of looks a little bit straighter like it used to, but in the back, it's just kinky curly. I don't know if I ever told. Maybe it's a mix of my natural hair color. Hi, Terry, and hi. I used to have an uncle, like my mom's uncle, so he was my great uncle. We called him Curly, and the color of my hair in the back, who was called Curly. So you have ringlets. Enjoy. It's been many, many years since my hair. We would perm it, but my hair was so thick that perms were not a fun time. One time we counted, and there were like 110 Rhonda patients. By that time, they were popping back out. And my mother, I don't know what we're going to start with. I haven't planned anything. We're just going to. Hi, Mary T. Good to see you, my friend. We're just going to jump in and do something. I'm not sure what. Probably get myself in trouble, but there'd be nothing unusual about that. I'm going to use I look like Shirley Temple as a kid. Oh, that's so cute. I'm going to use the big paper pad today because I've been using the 6x8, so they're all sold out. So if anybody wants to get it, I think I have one or two of the 12x12 pads left. And then we're also going to just work on some plain cardstock today so that you can kind of build your design from scratch. So, but I want to do something easier to start with. You guys know me. I have to ease in. To it. You don't want to push yourself too much in the morning.
No, you don't.
Bryce is telling me that morning ended hours ago, but that's just him. It's not my fault. He's a little warped there. Okay. I have a beautiful lighthouse piece of paper. That would be fun. That would be very fun. But I also have these beautiful flowers. I think maybe we have to do this window again, guys. I think we do. I think it must be done. I think I have enough room. Huh? There we go. And zoom in just a little so we don't focus on my mess. There we go.
You have a mess?
I have a superb mess, if there is such a thing. Okay, we're going to do this one because I love this window. It just speaks to me, that window with the sailboat in the middle of the flowers. Look at that. So I'm going to come in here and just planning it out a little bit now. I'm going to get the window. I think we'll use a 5x7 headed this direction. I want to go clear over to where I get the window frame. And then I'll have enough left for probably either a 6x6 or a European A6 over there. Fun in the house, I have to admit that. We're both having fun in the house, playing with the kitties. We were almost late for class. Bryce came out and said, "You have 9 minutes before you." They're just so cute. Can I see Can I see your phone so we can show that close-up picture?
Alrighty.
Paula's going to show you one of the pictures. Hi, Mary T. And hello, Kim and girls. And hi, Kim Greenwood. This is one of the pictures that Paula took in the house this morning. See if I can hold it still so you can get a nice view. This is Gracie. Isn't she pretty, guys? She's a silver. This one is also Gracie, I think.
If you go I think at the other one, I'm not sure. Go that one.
There's a picture of Lacey. Lacey looks a lot like Gracie. And they're changing colors so fast. This one is Lacey, and Lacey has more brown on her face. Her mom was a brown tabby, long hair, Siberian. And there's some of Bryce's flowers on the deck. And my lemon tree. There's Lacey sitting by her kitty wheel. Truth wants me to do the top fold and include the fly. And I can do that. Truth. I think we agree that that's going to be beautiful, catching that butterfly in there. Okay, we got it. See, your wish is my command, my friends. I'm with you all the way. So let's put this down here. Fluff balls. Yes, they are. They're just... Now I can really say good night, Gracie, Kim says. That is true. Good night, Gracie. Good night, Lacey. That's how I just left Gracie's see. Well, I always say it, but man, I'm losing it. Hi, Karen. Good to see you, friend. They're so much fun, those kitties. think I told you guys I got them because I just felt like I needed more joy. I just needed the endorphins of having kitties running around the house. So set my paper cutter. Oh, what am I doing here? There we go. I knew about that. I was on the phone with a banker yesterday. Whole pay set up using their credit card. And because he said, "You're not the only one, though. The technology worked out. It changes."
And our 91 year old
Big brother.
Yes, he does think he's the bigger Tazzy, the cat that I said we lost like a year ago, because she would scratch on the furniture just to get our attention. Not because she needed a place to scratch. She had plenty of scratch places, but she would scratch on the furniture to get our attention, and we'd always holler at her. Well, Teddy thinks now that the kitties, when they're scratching on their posts, need to be called down because they're scratching. So he goes ripping across the room and trying to chastise them for scratching on the very post we got them so they could scratch. He's the sheriff. Sheriff Ted. I need to get him a little sheriff's outfit. You guys have seen, I think. Most of you have probably seen his U.S. Postal Service delivery outfit. that was adorable. Okay, now I want to I have a lot of vacant space at the right here. So I need to put something there. And I'm either going to put a coordinating pattern there, which wouldn't be bad to just put a strip down the side there of this paper from the other side. It's actually very pretty. Maybe to use that down the side. We might have to do that. I was going to cut the cardstock smaller and put it on a different background, but I am really liking that. What do you guys think? I think we should try that. Let's try. Yeah, it's not you having issues, Kim. The whole system's having issues with freezing. I'm sitting across the table from the camera and it's freezing on me too. So I apologize. Sometimes it just, I'm going to put that right there. Oh, I do like that. Let's get my tape out here. You, congratulations.
Our first great grandson.
Oh, great. It was it great. Oh my gosh.
Or granddaughters.
I told our my friend Mary, who works with us here in the shop, that she's bogarting all the babies. She has 19 grandchildren. 19. I have no grandchildren. How is
money.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So happy for you, Irene. That's exciting. New baby to hold.
What's going on?
I think Lauren thinks that if she waits long enough to bring me a grandbaby, that she'll have a built-in baby. Teddy has convinced Aunt Paula that he needs to be held. So he's resting his head on her shoulder and stretching out. He's comfortable boy. That looks beautiful on there. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love that. Okay. I wonder, just out of curiosity, we don't have to do this, but just out of curiosity, I wonder what would happen if we repeated the red on this side a little bit. Just like a half inch of it. Oh. 3 kids to drive out here. You wondered how come I got my gray hair so early? Well, that's why. 3. I taught 3 drivers. I knew that Corey would never, but there was not a chance that both Laura and Corey were going to survive Corey learning to drive. So I taught Corey too. It was actually kind of fun in retrospect. At the time, it was a little harrowing sometimes, but it was great. It's awkward to get a half-inch strip on almost any cutter. That's a half inch right there. Well, let's try that. It actually has a little lip. Oh, stop it. Yeah. Stop messing. That's not it either. Yeah. Oh. Stop it. If I can hold that down solidly to get a cut on it. I did okay, I think. Hi, Catherine. Catherine is from France, but she's visiting Scotland on an extended teaching tour. And she's having lots of fun discovering the Scottish way of life. And I got pictures from Elsie after I begged last time. You guys all heard me beg. I want pictures. I got pictures from Elsie to go in the newsletter and then promptly forgot to put them in. But I have them and I will put them in. You will get newsletters with pictures of Elsie and her garden. Elsie's from Norway.
Oh.
And we hear her talk about her garden all the time. And she and one of her other ladies were talking about the pictures that she had sent. And so I started begging, I want pictures. I want pictures. And she sent them to me. Thank you, Elsie. She's not here yet, but she usually hangs out with us quite a bit. But in gardening season, she's in her yard. Where do you want to do a cameo today? Do you want to do a cameo today? Get a little jerky?
Yeah, you got treats.
If I got treats, he's got time.
Mama has treats.
Do you want to do a cameo today? You can see our friends and you can see your internet godmother. Mary R is his internet godmother.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Mary R's on.
Didn't we see her? I thought we saw her. No, we see Mary T. Oh, well, Mary R comes on. She would be upset with me if I did a cameo and she missed it. That's kind of fun. Put that on the other side. My son was so embarrassed. He didn't think that was cool.
When he got his driver's license.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'm slow, but I get there. Oh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. We're just not going to have to do a lot of extra things to this image because it's just beautiful. Oh, she had to go to Greenville, so she won't be here today? Oh, thank you, Thelma, for letting me know. It's very green and wet and beautiful, which would mean I would love Scotland. Because I don't care if it rains. I don't. I'm from Oregon. That's a good way of things. I'd much rather have that than all this 90 degrees stuff. We used to have that, but we used to not have this many 90-degree days. Now we have quite a few of them, and that brings fires, and I don't like that. We kind of tried to cut back our trees and stuff away from the house a little bit this year as a fire prevention. Aberdeen Angus cows. Is that Highland cows, Catherine? Or are they a different kind? I love Highland cows. I'd make a trip to Scotland someday. Ireland, Scotland. For those baked goods. Although I've heard you can get, because of the because France was, you can get almost as good a pastries in Vietnam these days as you can in Paris, which would be amazing. Okay, and decorate. Let's see what we got. What we want on here. I do have an acetate butterfly. I have that butterfly at the top, but he's kind of inconspicuous. In fact, I have two of them on here. They're kind of inconspicuous because they're kind of hiding among the flowers and the frames. Ooh, they're going to the local carnival. Oh boy, cotton candy, and Kelly will search for the funnel cakes. I love cotton candy. Did I tell you guys that I asked Bryce for a cotton candy machine for Christmas? Then I was going through chemo, and no sweet stuff tasted good, so I haven't even used it yet. Maybe we should get it out today and make cotton candy while you're here, don't you think?
I think that's a great plan.
Yeah.
Because Bryce is going to want to eat all the cotton candy.
We can make, we can actually make sugar-free cotton candy too.
Wow.
I have sugar-free candy, and you pulverize them and put powder right in, and it will make sugar-free cotton candy. So I need a greeting. And so we cracked into the acetate pack today. We didn't ever get that one opened before. I also have some washi tape. And I have this one that says so much to see on the washi tape. Would be fun. Can't love it, love it. This is the big sheet of washi tape. And I can either put a piece of washi tape in one of these labels, or I can just cut out a piece of washi tape and put it on my card. I have some really nice ones in here. That's fun. That would be a good one. It'll fit my panel well. And then the boat life. I like the boat life. So beach. Oh, these are beautiful. I'm going to cut piece of washi tape and put on here. That way the girls can't manage, but Brittany can't scavenge back my supplies. If I've used everything. We're always talking about the fact that I'm telling him, I need one of each, and Brittany's saying, you don't need one of each. I need one of each. No, you don't. But there's a see you soon, too. That would be fun to send a card that says see you soon.
Yeah.
Oh boy, how do you pick? I guess we just pick one. I do like that "See You Soon." I think that would be a fun one to send. This washi, you just cut out what you want. You can, or you can. I'm just going to cut this out of all these greetings and then peel it. I like that. That's fun.
Downstairs.
Oh,
What's that?
Your dog's setting off the ring camera down.
How to get it off the back once I've cut it. These cancer drugs have just played havoc with my nails. My nails, not to say that my nails were ever great. They weren't. They were never great. But they are 10 times worse now. But small price to pay, right? I get to live. It's a small price to pay to have to deal with
very
nails.
small price to pay.
I haven't heard anybody else say this. Okay, one of you guys might have to peel this for me. Else, not only I've always had but since I did chemo, I have ridges that go across my nails and they break there. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try one more time because these guys are going to get tired of watching me. I could put this on with, just put it on with tape and not even worry about peeling the back. That would be another option. Just get a piece of skinny tape. That, because that's really a neat thing to share, Catherine, that "see you soon" means, but I can't, you took French.
Spanish.
Oh, Spanish.
See you soon. Is that?
Say that, but
Bintois?
Coming over to visit Aunt Paula.
Yes.
And have some dinner. Bryce is fixing us beautiful dinner. Is it okay to say what we're having? Do you tell Paula what we're having yet?
No.
Is it okay to say what we're having?
I don't care.
We're having a beautiful lasagna and watermelon. It's going to be good. His lasagna is just the best. Spoils me for ordering it anywhere else. Okay. Bean. Oh.
I said it with a Spanish accent too.
Which makes it extra special and international. Whoops. You know what? After all that digging, yes, because I had it. Now I'm frustrated. And hopefully I can put it over the top. Oh, man. I might have to use a bigger one or something else here because I had it folded over on itself because I actually was getting it lifted off the sheet and I didn't know it. Let me see if it'll go on here. Oh, you know what? It's fine.
All that wine for nothing.
All that whining for nothing. This glue on my acetate, I always use tape on my acetate. And the reason why, to absorb the glue, and so it'll just pop right off with glue, but it'll stay on with tape. So I'm going to fold my acetate butterfly a little bit on each side of the body, which I can't remember the thorax. That's what it is, the thorax. On each soul tape right down the body of the butterfly. Annette keeps telling us she's going to stop by, but she hasn't been here lately. I'm going to have to ask her if she still loves us. That'll get her back.
Yes.
I should feel guilty about such things, but I have no guilt. Ooh, I think we're done. I think we're done with that one, guys. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Isn't that fun? Just the little borders on each side, the butterfly and the see you soon. See you soon. That's pretty. Could maybe still stand something up here if we wanted to put that frame. Pretty we've made from this series. I have another beautiful piece of cardstock right here that is kind of big. Use that. And then we'll rub on or something to it. Customers was here last night when we were doing our Friday night get together. We call it Crafty Friends, just like we're Crafty Friends online here. And makes her cards totally from scratch, but she saw these cards and had to have this series. She looked through the cards and said, "Yep, Mary, let's go shopping." Maybe I don't want to put it down to my card yet. I am actually thinking for a change. There's a thought, huh? I'm actually thinking, and we might want to put a rub-on on this. So we'll use our new technique and run it through the die cutter. So let's see what we have in rub-on. Is that a rub-on sheet, or is just at the back of the packaging? Look how cool this is. Could be fun background. We'll look at that. I've got this whole rub-on transfers pack. Let's see what we could put in our background here that would be fun. Let's see if we have something coastal that we can put in our background. Here we go. Here's a different rub-on transfers. We've got beautiful sayings. I love that. And we've got these maps and things. Let's get some of this out and see what we've got to work with here in these rub-ons.
Cards that come in. Oh
Seesaw 8. Flip-flops. This is summer. I love these. Oh, look, we got a house part of our background. I think we could. Okay. I got 3 sheets of coastal rub-ons here. And I'm thinking maybe fun. because we don't have a way to anchor our lighthouse and we don't want it floating around out there in the sky, I think it would be fun to use some of this. We also have this text. See how we have the text? Let's and we're going to run this through a die cutter so we don't have to run it right through our die cutter. We got all these neat little kind of splotches of blue behind here. We might even be able to use a sailboat. I saw a sailboat, and I'm wondering if we could get this sailboat kind of sketched onto our cardstock over there. So I got to try that too. Cutting this piece of rub on all to heck, but hey.
Kim says she wants to run away to Oregon and come take classes.
Oh, come on. Come on. You can pitch a tent in my backyard. It'll be great fun. Yes. Bring the girls. We'll have a blast. We will have a blast. Coast to coast trip, and I'm going to tell you we'll be in your area on thus and such a date. Do you want to meet for pie? Do you want to craft? Or do you just want to wave as we go by? Whatever you'd like. We'll I think that would be great fun to come and visit all of you guys that I feel like I know so well from online, but have never met. Wouldn't that just be fun? I'm thinking that. Thelma and I have talked about that a couple times. Road trip with SSC, I'm in. You guys can all come. Just plan your trip and we'll be. So I have this little summer breeze tag that looks like it was made to go right there. So I'm going to put down first, I'm going to put down my background here. The top of this. So I'm going to put those in right there. Then I'm going to put my lighthouse in. And since I have this fun blue, I'm going to put a, oh, I probably better put these down and take them off. Oops, in fact, I kind of screwed up by putting this. That's just, I can't take if I put them down all at the same time, I can't take the topper sheet off because they'd be laying on top of each other, right? So I'm just putting this in my cut and go. Just a very basic workhorse machine, but it's a very, very good one. Person chocolate shot party. We're in. We're in. We'll even get how well this transfers. My camera's stuck. There we go. See how well that transferred on there? And I got little bit of my transfer from my lighthouse up here when I took it off, but I'm going to put my lighthouse right back on now, and I'll match that up so it'll be okay as soon as I find my lighthouse. Let's back up on it. Oh, I didn't do it again, did I? Did I lose my pieces again? I look on the back of these because the ship. Ah, there it is. There they are. I never did find the. No, I didn't have to rub at all to transfer Kim. That works with me. Watched a YouTube video, and she didn't know which one it was, so I can't credit the person who came up with that. But she's watched a YouTube video where someone was doing that, and we tried it, and it works out perfectly. It's just perfect. Go figure, huh? No more rubbing. The rub-ons, they just transfer beautifully. So whoever came up with that, if you happen to be watching my video, thank you. But I'll thank you. I'm going to go over and back. It's not your it's coming from this end. I want you to look at the rub on. There's not a speck of those two. It looks like it's just perfectly natural. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Just a beautiful job of transferring. Now I have a ship. I went to a sailboat, not a ship, a sailboat. I really do have a sailboat somewhere here. I have my summer breeze. So we can stick that down. I'm going to put that summer breeze down here. It's so pretty. There it is. There's the sailboat. The way they just kind of become part of the image. I'll put the sailboat in. Oh, I love that. I am loving that. I think that's okay. I am loving that. Isn't that fun? I kept calling this the front porch. That's not the name of this set. This set is from 49 in Market, and it's called the. I want you to see how this turned out with all these little pieces we just transferred by running them through our die cutter. It's so cool the way it works out. So neat. We'll peel off this one. That's our sailboat. We'll have the little sketched sailboat there in the background. Oh, I was going to show you the part I peeled off. There's not a single element of my peel off, my rub-on left on that. And now I'm going to peel off the summer breeze. And once again, it peels off perfectly. See that? And look what we just created on our card. How fun is that? Wowzer. And we have 4 rub-ons that we use there. Isn't that neat? I love that. I'm feeling like I want to have something with dimension on here. So I'm wondering about putting in a piece of baker's twine, because baker's twine kind of baker's twine. Do I want to I probably have a little anchor or something I can anchor this to. Let's see if we have a little 3D with an anchor. I have so many pages of stuff out. Let's see. I have an anchor, a tiny anchor that's just right. Look here. This when the screen freezes. Are you being able? Can you guys hear me okay? I don't mind. I mean, I do mind. I don't like it at all when the screen freezes, but it's not so bad if you guys can hear me through it. Can you hear me through it okay? On this set of baubles? What do they call them? They call them the epoxy coated sticker embellishments. I have a little anchor I'm going to use with my rope. Sorry, the screen is so bad today. It always makes me feel bad when that happens. And I know it's not my fault, but it doesn't keep me from feeling bad about it.
It seems to pause your voice, but then
Pauses my voice, but you're still hearing me.
yeah, it's not
Okay.
like they're missing chunks of your sentences.
Okay. I put the end of my rope down with my sticker, and now I'm going to just kind of wrap my rope around this element.
Kim says every now and then it sounds like you swallowed a spring.
Well, that's not so bad. Maybe some stickles on top of it. We are a little glue strip doesn't necessarily equate well to extra thick tacky. Let's see if we can thin that out just a little bit and go with the Cosmic Shimmer glue, assuming I can get it out. These bottles get uncapped in class and left uncapped, and then they're pesky. These little bottles work extreme, which I'm not personally good at. I just have to admit that. So I'm going to wrap my rope all the way around this ship. And I'm going to kind of coil it, add a fun element. Which is fun. I just put my glue line down first, and then I like how this is working, by the way. Let's just create a little coil in a rope and go right. That's fun. I'm just a little kid at heart. You guys know that. Just a little kid. Love to play with all this stuff. Come on. Off of my glue a little bit there. There we go. Look. One day when the screen unfreezes. There we go. Isn't that kind of fun? And now Kim wants to see some stuff because I'm going to have to do a little bit of trimming, and I start by putting the cut on. We've just been working with the card face up to this point. I am loving this, though. Just gotta say, I'm loving it. I'm going to make sure that the one side that is absolutely covered card. Anything else can be trimmed, but that fold line for the card is there for the long haul. So I said it can be trimmed. Here we go. A little trim line right there to do. I actually didn't get this straight at all, but we'll fix it. I'm going to come in on the back and just use this cut line to create a straight edge. I use my stickles for a while. I'll have to dig around there and see what's in the tray on my desk. They kind of tend to wander around the classroom too. Now I'm going to have to trim this with my trimmer just a bit on this side because I got it off just a little. Never worry about that, by the way. It's as easy as this to fix it. Just as easy as this. I want my line to be square though, so doing it with my trimmer is best. There. Now I no longer have card showing on that edge. Easy as that. They do have a bird. A bird would be fun. I have room for a bird up there? I think I do. I do have room. Seagull up there in the corner. And let's get some stickles out. So we it's going to be beautiful with stickles on the flowers. Ooh. Lovely. It's going to be lovely. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see. I have some cool stickles right here. Let's put some stickles in the centers of these blooms. Just a little bit of accent. A little bit. Dry in the eye.
Kim asks if stocking it of Chabella's Christmas collection.
Chabella's Christmas collection. I have not bought it yet, but let me take a look and see what's going on that I'm missing. We do have you guys saw that Wednesday this week, the new from 49 and Market. It's beautiful. I haven't actually touched all the pieces yet, but you know I'm going to.
Margie did because she dumped them all out.
Us that Margie now owns it.
I guess you're right.
Because it's beautiful. If she got it out, looked at it in detail, she owns it now. And Kim wants a little bit on the lighthouse. Let's put a little stickles up here in the lighthouse. How's this? It's not a lot, just a little. Just a little stickles to add to our toy shop collections. Looks stunning. Looks really nice. Just a little added sparkles in the flowers, don't you?
Less is more.
And then in the wind area there. I'm liking it. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to have to put this on the other table so I don't stick my arm in it, please. Recap our stickles bottle. Then let's try something else. I also have this piece of paper that was cut off, which looks to me like it would be a really good background. Doesn't have a lot on it, but that might be a good one for starting what we were talking about with doing rub-ons for the background. That could be fun. Let's see what else we have, because I have those rub-on pages I just had here. Sea Escape, I like that. We have another lighthouse here, and we have some seahorses. Let's compare this to the side of a card and see how we're doing. These are so much fun, guys, with all these elements to choose from. I truly believe you could probably make 100 cards out of this pack if you wanted to.
Let's do rub-ons on the background.
Yes, exactly. That's where we're headed. Get me. I don't think I want mirror board for these. I need. Never mind. No. Give me a dark blue piece of cardstock, please. I don't think I want mirror on here. I think I want dark blue edge. This is just a little under 5 inches wide. So I think we'll put the blots. We have lots of good blots, Thelma. We have lots of good blots here. Let's just make our own this time. I think this is fun. Thank you. I might like to have, that's actually a good color, honey. I might like to have a European A6 for some of these. I thought, Charma, it's good to see you, friend. I'm thinking we can get more effect. Oh, I like that. Going with a smaller piece, just because maybe I'm not entirely. I have to.
Awake.
Well, not awake. I have to, you know, when I'm doing some of these layered things, which is okay, because I'm sure you feel the same way. Sometimes we just kind of build our confidence as we go. Oh, it's fun. That's rub-on sheet stuck to my tape. I'm going to put this dark blue on Rub-ons seem like they might be good backgrounds. Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't think you would have too much trouble with that, Kim. I really don't think you'd have too much trouble. If you were concerned about it, what you could do would be to spray some sealer over the top of your rub-ons to ensure that they wouldn't come off. Just put a little spray sealer there, and that would stop that from. But Catherine, now you know how to do rub-ons. Run it right through your die cutting machine. You just put it right on with your die cutter. Cut my card. It's going to be fun to have this dark blue edge around it. I like that a lot. So we're going to take this piece of card that we cut off of our big sheet. Some of my build up here. Got lots of it in my channel. Get rid of a bunch of these little pieces so they're not stopping me. And I'm going to make it 5/8 inches long. No, I'm going to make it 5 and 5. Yeah. And 7/8. Cut this off to be 5 and 5/8 inch. I still have enough cardstock left for another piece. And then I'm going to go to 3 and 7/8 inches wide because my card is 4 1/8 inches wide. That's the dimensions for this. That looks great. Let's not put it on there quite yet, though, because we want to put. Let's cut out. I think these reds would look really fun with this. So I'm going to cut out this red image. Let's go down here. Have this just kind of scruffy red, which is fun. Somehow I've lost my backer sheet. Got that. Put these back on the backer so I'm not messing them up inadvertently. And I'm going to cut this red kind of splotchy piece. To go up here. On here, I take this corner up here. And I'm gonna your fear of dot cutting machine. Your cards are beautiful, Catherine. Just the way they are. But die cutting machines are fun. It just opens a whole other world to you. I'm going to put this here. I think I can run all of these at one time because I'm not really overlapping them. I'm going over the edge a little bit and then maybe bring that edge piece down and apply it down here somewhere. So I've got kind of that splotch. Back. This is going to be kind of a little bit of a abstract design that we're doing here. Kind of have those globe lines, but we also, I give that a couple since I have several pieces in there. I still have a great deal on this Cut and Go Pro. If anybody needs to replace their basic die cutter, it's supposed to sell for $159. I've got it for $75. The exact same $59. Exact same machine. But I have a lot of them. That's why I'm offering them at a really good price. I've had them for quite a while. And Bryce would like to have his shop back where I have them all stored. Now look at this count. Not a single piece of my rub-on is left on the backing sheet. Let's peek. That did go under just a bit. There we go. And now let's take this one off. I might have a little rub-on left on. No, I don't either. I was going to say I might have a little rub-on them just a little, but I didn't. And that little piece I had at the end just kind of evaporated into nothingness. So might have to put something down there in that corner. But I have some good rub-ons that we could explore for that very purpose. Like, wouldn't it be fun to have a seahorse down there? I'm kind of getting a vision for what I want this to be now. Let's get a a seahorse in there. Colors besides the red. I'm going to put this seahorse. Vacant space. And I want a little, I do. That would go nicely in that. Need a nice big saying, which I have more of here. So let's see. I do like that black seahorse too. What do you think? The black one or the blue?
Black.
You like the black better?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put this one back on its backer sheet because we want to keep that. That's beautiful. Let's use the black one. Bryce says black. Black it is. So many beautiful ones, but I'm not confident about using them and making the most of my sheets. I will do it for you, Kim, because I love, because it makes me happy. I do so love. I can show you a couple of them right now if you want to grab the autumn ones that I did in the candles. Let's see. I also believe I have a pen stand there, but she wants a demo, so we'll definitely do the demo, but yeah. This sailboat here. I have a beautiful compass there. What? I think I like this sailboat with the newsprint. So let's That one is rub ons. This one's rice paper. Here's one of my rice paper. Oops, I think we need a remote too. Here's a couple of my rice paper creations, Kim. Turn them on, and then we just need a remote hit. Make these work. They're all set up on remote. Now maybe I have to turn it back. Oh, here we go. I actually turned them off rather than on. Here's a couple of my pieces of rice paper. And those were, and then I just hit them with a light coat of Mod Podge after I'm done with them. So I have some nice autumn themed these were done with rice paper. For all season. Like those a lot. Oh yeah, I did do these too. These are also rice paper. It is where I cut up my rice paper in several pieces. Made used the sunflowers. Did it turn out fun? And then I put one in the base of my stand. And again, I just hit them with a little Mod Podge afterwards, after I put them on. Well, there's no reason why not to. How did you cut it? The texture seems unusual. Here's my scissors too. Oh, this is a different rice paper with a little bit more Mod Podge on it. These are the ones I made for my office out of the hortensia papers because I love hortensia, as you know. And I don't know where the rest of these are. They're here somewhere. But hydrangeas, and I have to hold the, come on, friends. Even put it on the little side pieces for holding the coasters in place. Isn't that fun? I do use a paper cutter sometimes, and sometimes I use scissors. It depends on what I'm doing. But yeah. The thing about rice paper, and then rub it around these corners and stuff and right down the back. So I can just literally pull the rice paper in different directions. You know, it may bunch up a little bit here or there, but then when you put the Mod Podge over the top of it, everything smooths out. So isn't that fun? Okay, we're done with burst stuff. I'll do a class in how to use it, and then we'll look at all kinds of samples because I have all kinds of samples I've done over the years. And it's all done in hortensia because I love hydrangeas. And that purple, blue. Okay. Now this one that I'm using, ooh, has a straight edge on it, and I'm not sure I want that straight edge, so I'm this out a little bit. Because I don't want a straight edge in the middle of my card. So I'm gonna took some extra off there. I'm gonna put this right down here. This actually goes really well with our seahorse because he has little bits of blue around him. I am liking this. I put it on some of my words were straight. Now I need a big. We could do summer on the summertime, seaside escape. We've got some really good ones. I think I kind of like that summer on the coast. Summer on the coast. And then I've got a couple of these blue color. Right over the top of these other ones. That's fine. You can do that. I'm going to cut those off. Maybe put those in a couple places. I'm going to put one big one above my seahorse. Maybe I don't want it above my seahorse. Maybe I want it over here and put a little more subtle one above my seahorse. So I'm going to run this through my die cutter, get those, all these pieces. We're adding this one, this one, this one, and this one. We're adding all of those at one time. Oops. Sometime, unless I dial back the seahorse just a little. One another. You can. I mean, I'm putting these right on over the top of ones I've already put down, but I don't. Okay, here we go. Let's put these right on with her. See you later, Cat. Thanks for dropping by to play with us. Always enjoy your company. I'll run it through a couple times. I actually have a lot of pieces on here. Just want to make sure everything's bound good. On this, we're getting a beautiful cardstock piece, but we might want to add some three-dimensional just for interesting else on here. The seahorse is beautiful. My sailboat looks terrific. The blue splotch went on nicely. And then we've got our summer on the coast up here. Come on. Come on. That completely beautifully transferred. That is just the neatest technique. Look what we've created. Isn't this fun? We need something three-dimensional, I think, on here. Let's put this on our. I rub-ons at this point. I think we have rubbed it on really well. It's time to put this down to our card, and then we'll look and see what else we want to, any embellishments that are 3D that we want to add, just to get a little height and interest in our card. You didn't have to if you're mailing it through the post office. Sometimes the flat cards can be great. It has a very cool collage feel, doesn't it, Kim? I love this. Kind of get started in collaging, really. Whoops. It slid on me. That's why I like glue. This minute. Look at our beautiful border on that. Isn't that nice? I love that. That it would be a perfect card just like it is. But let's see if we want anything that strikes our eye as an element we might want to put on there. I do have another sailboat here. Maybe not on that corner. Let's move to this corner so it's not right below the other one. Put a little sailboat there. I like that. And let's see. We've got some birds. I do absolutely for an element of interest. Heart or two on here just for fun because they are just really pretty. On. Corner and in the lower corner down here. And then we have these words that are fun. Somewhere on the coast. Good times, seaside, today, beach life, every day with you, shore. Let's add it, shore. And we've got, I like this, just chill. If you're out on a sailboat, that's a neat phrase. And now I think I've used all I want off of that one. Let's see if there's anything in my chipboard pack I want to use. Just for some little 3D action. Let's see if there's anything we want to use in here. I don't know. We may be done. But let's just look. That's kind of fun. I like to sail away with me. But I kind of blocked the space I would put it. I think I'm going to put this on, and then I think I'm going to stop. We have a little compass here, and I'm going to put this little compass on here. What do you guys think? That's a globe. And then I think we're going to stop because I think it's fun. What do you guys think? That little globe would go good there. I mean, it looks missing when it looks like it's missing something when I take it off. And I put this little compass here and up, because we have all kinds of fun elements on here. Hi, Irene, I love you. Side of the center of our globe markings.
Too close.
Huh?
Back up.
Well, I can't because I go off the screen. So there we go. Isn't that fun, guys? Look what we just did. Look what we just did. And we have all these little fun baubles on here. This one says just chill. We've got our red epoxy stick. We've done all kinds of fun rub-ons on our background. Isn't that just, that's just fun. I just got to say, that was really, really fun. Okay. For one more card, I've been talking about doing this window, a window. See beautiful things. Let's see if these are too large. Good. There's some good ones. Got some cardstock over with me, not thinking that I would. Ooh, we have this. That would be fun through a window, wouldn't it? Let's do that. Yeah, we need to use one of these windows. Let's see which one we want to use. Now these windows, you can pop the frames out and you can pop the little panels out. I'm going to need a little piece of acetate. I think I have one here, but I'm not positive I do. We need to put paints in our window, right? Let's see how nicely we can create that window. That's beautiful. And we could show right out our window we can put a sailboat. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's do it. Let's do that. I think that looks great. I'll use this last piece. Let's see. We may not have our best piece. Let's see what we come up with here. Sometimes you have to take the little frames out just to see what you've got. This has a heavier piece of wood, which in a way is good because I'm going clear to the bottom of my cardstock. Love these windows. In the summer, oh, that looks great. Look. That looks great. Okay, let's put this on a square card. All you got to do is find a square card in my menagerie of things. Here. I really, oh, look, nope, that's 5 by 7. I could cut it to 5 by 5. Or I could use my window and then use other things. Let's see. I do love this. We're definitely using this. I do love this window. I think this window is perfect. just perfect. It's just a sailboat, so we're going to use that. I have to decide if we're going to cut this down to a 5x5 and just show our window, or whether we're going to maybe use a 5x7 and leave room for a large greeting at the top. I kind of like that idea. So let's do that. Yeah, let's put this down. I'm going to put this window on first before I ever cut it, so I can make sure I get it lined up perfectly around that sailboat. Great fun, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me while I play. Someone's voting for a 5x5. I like that, but I think it might be fun to use a big greeting at the top of our card too. Let's just cut this out and see what we have, though. Let's let the paper tell us what it wants to do. Sometimes you can overthink things, and the paper has the perfect ideas for what to do. Okay. Now it's got that cutoff strip at the bottom, but I was able to use part of that space on the paper to, oh, I was going to put acetate under here too, but I didn't. That's okay. And, which we'll do in Christmas, from the outside looking in. This is going to be from the inside looking out. Look at that window. How perfect is that, guys? That's just, this darker strip is actually part of the window. Okay. Now, this might be, let's see, what if we cover our card with this blue? So it looks like we have a painted blue wall. Around the outside. Thelma, you would be so entertained by my two naughty kitties right now. Tell them some more in the cat. Jumping on the counters, yes. Darting for the door.
Yeah, running out
I'm
that.
insistent they have to be indoor cats. They're thinking they see the dog go out the door. That means they should be allowed to go out the door. Yeah, we'll pretend it has acetate. Exactly, Irene. It would have been nice to have acetate under it, because that would have given a whole new feel to it, but we'll pretend. They have this toy that Paula bought them that's really fun. They love it. They love it. It's a little automated thing that has a lure on it, like a fishing pole, like our kitty fishing poles. They've learned to turn it on and drag it into our bedroom in the middle of the night. So it can hear whirring and the cat's scrambling and jumping and Thelma says that's a good place to be. That would be a good place to be. Okay. So, and as Thelma has voted, we could cut that to a 5x5 and just leave that alone. It would be great with the acetate in the window, though I really missed an opportunity there, but we'll do it next time. I don't want to pull this one up, and we don't have an awful lot of time left, so let's.
Nice space for some.
We do have a nice place to put a big greeting. These pieces They're not the big ones. I want one of those big words.
Karma does say that 5x5 big reading will take away from the focal point.
That's possible. It's possible it will, and Thelma's voting the same way. Let's just put it on there and see what we think. If we don't like it, we cut the card off. But you guys may be absolutely right. You usually are, the two of you. Where's the bag I was looking for? Might be a good one just because it's not going to take a lot away because the colors are already present. I'll use the one that says family. Delight. This one's going to show a little bit more because this is green. It almost says blight. It almost looks like blight. I'm feeling a square card also. You know what, guys? We're going to go with a square card, but I do want to show you could use a 5x7 and put a large greeting on it. Let's go. You guys voted. I'm in it for you. So let's get that. I wonder, I only put that frame around the outside. I wonder if I could get it up to get some acetate under. I have a piece of acetate right here. I wonder if I could get it up to get some acetate under it, or if I have another window. Where's my pack? My windows are all over now. Because I do love the window. I don't want to ruin the window. Darn it. But I'm going to leave it alone because I'll tear it up otherwise, and that would be a shame. It would be a shame. Trim this to 5x5, and we'll figure out what, if anything else, we want to do to it. It is beautiful. Let's cut this card. I love you guys for voting. Thank you. I love it when you participate. You make me happy. You make me happy, friends. Cutting it off at 5. Wow, it barely fits, but it does fit. That's interesting. And it's still a little bit wider. I'm going to trim just a little on the side. I'm going to trim just a little on the side. Yes, I can't always do another one. I know where I can get more frames if I don't have a frame just like this one. Where I can get more. You guys know where you can get more too. Take a little bit of. I don't mind that there's that much difference. If this was a little too much difference before. Yeah, the acetate would have been great. I'm disappointed in myself over that. A shaker card, you know, as long as you don't have too obstructive of elements in it, it would be a really beautiful shaker card with acetate in the panes of the window. Okay, now we have to decide how we're going to decorate. I don't think we want to do a lot. I think it kind of wants to be what it wants to be. I do have some of these epoxies, which would be pretty. I could put a flower on the windowsill. I think that might take away. But I do think a couple of these, maybe a little bird above her sailing vessel, closer in, of course, to the inside. Okay. She really doesn't want me messing up this image. What if, let me just ask you, we can peel these off. These are not permanent stick. What if we put just a couple of our epoxy stickers? Use the ones that are similar to our background, so we're not real obtrusive. And I do have small words in somewhere. Where are they? They are on, they have on a washi sheet. We also have them mini cutouts. That one said, oh, small word. I can't get at it to see what it says. Don't like that one. High tides and good vibes. On the windowsill, not in a window. Or we can go to the inside with it. Just coming up with possibilities, guys. I will take your direction. Seagull here. You have a seagull. Do you want the high tides and good vibes on the outside or on the inside? And what do you think of the epoxy hearts? We leave those? Putting this right on the frame instead of on the windows. Looking for somebody down there. We'll leave him. But do you want the words at the bottom? And I don't like the hearts, Thelma says. Other votes? No hearts, just the bird and the frame only. The hearts can come off. They are not permanently stuck. And I definitely got the don't put the hearts on. The seagull looks great, though. The seagull can stay. How about the words at the bottom? Just the frame? Or can wait more? This background, we could put, are there any dots here? are there any dots here and there? Put dots here and there. I have dots. I have little dots. I don't know what color dots you want. But I do have dots. There's some that are all dark. And I have some that are light blue. I like the red there. Let's just go with the solid color dots. White. Maybe not right in the middle of the square, but kind of. Keep it dark blue. I don't have enough dark blue, I don't think, Thelma. I have little hearts, but I don't have enough dark blue to do all in dark blue. I could peel these two blue ones and put white. I do have more white. And try this. I'm with you guys. Okay. Too many dots now. Okay. Well, maybe try it again after we get our grading on. Let's do this. Good vibe, or high tides and good vibes, right here at the bottom. Put a couple of the dots on the frame rather than on the picture. I have 4 of them. I do have 4 of the dark ones. I could go on the frame. Come right back off. We're just trying things. You guys like
Frame.
yes on frame? That's it. Stop. At the bottom only. This one's kind of cattywampus. Move that over a little. Move this over a little. Only on the bottom? I like them on the top too. No? Give me some feedback, guys. Dots, no dots. On the bottom only, or just take them off. I do like the seagull on there a lot. The seagull speaks to me. No dots. Irene loves it. Let's take these 2 off and go with Thelma's suggestion for the moment and see what everybody thinks if we put them on the bottom only. Put them on the bottom only, I almost think, oh, Thelma's saying take them off. I almost think they should be closer in. Like 13. Look straight, where they look okay, straight on, and then look at them in the camera and they
Closer in too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Probably have to glue them by the time I'm done repositioning them this many times, but that's fine. Okay, on, off. Just give me a vote. On, off there. Then we want to have a minute to take a look at better, closer in, on. Okay. Let's look at what we've created today and over our other days with this summer porch set. It's amazing, guys. It is amazing. Pack, so if you want it, get it like immediately. But let's take a look at what else we have created. I was curious if there's another one of those frames so I can do it with acetate. They're not all the same. Aren't those frames cool? Like them on the bottom. Okay, sounds like we got it where we want it. Next time, acetate. I've got to put the acetate on. I'm mad at myself I didn't do that. Let's get these cards out here and see what we've done. We'll look at today's cards. Card. Our voting card. I really like this. Isn't that cool that we can do in the summertime, we can do looking out the window to see the beautiful scenes. And then in the winter, Christmas tree. And isn't that fun? That's great. I love that. That's beautiful. Will you get the other card for me, please? Okay, we made this one. This is all made up background. I love that. With our little bubbles. It's got little bubbles, sentiments on there. Have a seagull up here. We have our little sailboat. We've got a couple bubbles, just chill. Just chills, not straight. There we go. We got our seahorse. We got a couple little bubbles. We got our compass. That was fun. Okay, here we go. Here's another. We're into our windows today, aren't we? Here's our first card we did today. I love this one. I think this is gorgeous. We have that pretty butterfly all perked up around the window. Oh my gosh. And then here's the one that we put the stickles on. I'm going to set it back out of the way once I show you again. Here's our stickles. We put stickles on the lens of the lighthouse and in the middles of the flowers only. I love this. Doesn't it turn out fun? Oh my God. Last weekend, and ones that I've done outside of class time, the porch is my happy place. Love that. We got memories. Made to last. We did this last Saturday. I remember that. Almost still think we should put some rub-ons down here to kind of, what do you guys think? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I will do that. Born frame. I thought this was really fun. Beautiful. This was using the washi postage stamp of the chipboard pack as well. Isn't that fun? This is just so much fun. Here's the Summer by the Sea. And I think this was fun, putting this little tie off here as if this were a journal. Keeps us young. Yes, it does, Thelma. There are so many choices I recommend you get as many of the embellishments as you can afford because it's just great fun to mix and match them. Look at that escape and how we framed that sailboat. This is one of my favorites. Somebody said last week we should frame this and put it in a seafood restaurant. I almost think we should. Going to Red Lobster during Crab Fest and give them to them. Because we have two of those. Here's the other one. It'd actually be really good in a kitchen too, wouldn't they? Love that. Oh my gosh. Such fun. Look at that baker's twine, guys. Just look what that baker's twine does for that card. It's just so much fun. We put one of our little washi stamps back here. Added the bird. I don't know which one it was that I'm missing. I think this was the one I'm missing, a bird.
He flew away.
The baker's twine around it for interest. Is paper. Look at that laser cutting on that bow. You're only going to find that with 49 Market. They're fabulous about that. And here, I love that too. So fun. Wow. I could do another, honestly, 50 cards. Gosh. If you haven't already, this is some all the time. And when we sign off here, I'm going to ask you to screen with that circle in the upper left-hand corner. And then once we've signed off, the comment section will come up and you can comment. I'd love to read your comments. I read all of them and respond to most of them. So I would love to see your comments on today's class. I think that's it for now. I will be back on Wednesday with What's New Wednesday. That's at 4 o'clock Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern, or whatever time that ends up being for you. And for now, I'm going to say good night.